Are you having trouble dating in your 30s? All of this and more on the This Is 30 podcast.
It's a drive-in movie they're playing. Genesis, greet me with a kiss, fall into my element.
All right, relationship advice. This should be a good one. I'm looking at my YouTube and watching it slowly grow, and it's giving me tips and advice on what the next episode should be. So, talking it over with Brandon, we decided, why not? Give some relationship advice. We are two men in the early 30s, and with prior experiences in the relationships and dating scene. So we're bringing you our experiences. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get to it. First things first, this is probably a very popular topic. Having trouble dating in your 30s. Me personally, I'm single. So to me, it's more about myself right now. And I think that's fine. But my experiences of dating in my 30s have always been kind of hectic. Only because I always felt that there was like a ticking clock. Everything seemed very rushed, but that's my experiences. But I want to get Brandon's thoughts before I elaborate more on this.
You want my thoughts on what specifically? Sorry.
Okay, so people want to know, they want to share experience and understand by, talking it over with other guys. So very popular topic is, people in their 30s are having a hard time dating. Why do you think that is?
Well, for me, I would say that because nowadays people want, instant results. That's why they like instant messages, Instagram, things. They want fast results, and they're not willing to put in the work to try to get to know someone. Or they also aren't true to themselves. If you're actually trying to date someone, then you don't care about expectations. Like if you text someone good morning every day and they don't tell you it back, that shouldn't bother you, because it's not like, if it bothers you, then you have, like, you're doing that for a reason. You're trying to show this person, hey, I'm texting you every morning and stuff. Like, obviously, if that's something that bothers you, then you shouldn't mess with that person. But there's people here that will continue to text someone, get mad that they don't text back, leave them on red, and then they'll like rage, message them. Or it's not just males, it's not just females dissing males when it comes to them trying to get at them. It's males as well that diss females that are trying to have an actual relationship. Because let's say, for instance, I don't know like about how many guys, or a lot of guys, getting just a gang of DMs from females, but I know for a fact that just any female just gets a gang of DMs from guys. Right. So they have to weed out all the sexual lusting, and then from there they get like a small group of people that they could have nice conversations with. And from there, the nice conversation people, they have two people that they have like very fun conversations with, like they could be themselves. But then there's that one person that is literally not, he's like he's not trying to be something, he's just himself. He doesn't fold when if she says, oh, I went on a date the other night. He doesn't care. And that's the guy that more than likely she's going to give that attention to. Now, if that guy knows how to play the game, then, you know what I'm saying, then he just found himself someone that he could potentially hold on to. But if he ignores the signs and takes her, like, living her own life, like, you gotta understand, when you're trying to date someone, you're entering their life. That doesn't mean that their life stops just because you entered it. So that's something I had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I was somebody like, who, like, if you didn't message me or something like it, man, but it's like, hold on, it's like, you don't owe me that. You don't owe me anything. And it's like, at the end of the day, if I'm trying to get at you, then it's work. It's an uphill battle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trying to date someone is uphill battle, and maintaining a relationship is an uphill battle. It's not as, I mean, and sometimes you're lucky and you get you meet that person that it feels like you hit it off from day one. You get lucky like that, but those sometimes are just unfortunately seasonal people because you don't really get to know them. You just already you hit all the positive stuff is up front, but then like the flaws that you both have that didn't get the time to even work out before you agreed to be in a relationship now sinks your relationship to the fucking ground.
Yes. Uh, you're right. You're right. People want things too quick. They want instant gratification, and the process of falling in love is just not even. There's no time for it, and gotta imagine now the guys in their 30s that are, looking for that and looking for that love, and the girls are not so much looking for the love necessarily anymore because, like I said, when I was dating girls like that, I felt like there was always like a ticking clock in them because women stop reproducing about 40 or something like that. I'm not completely sure, but I always felt that in my personal experience that they were asking me, "Do you want kids? Are we gonna move in together? I could do this for you. I could do that for you." It was very like that. I was like, damn, we haven't even had a lighthearted conversation yet. You're already like asking me if I should, what I'm saying, if we could move in,
Yeah.
and if you want kids, how many. I was like, dude, like we hardly know each other. And it's so funny because like that's the idea I have in my mind of getting to know a girl, is like just hitting it off with her on a intellect level at first. It's like it's important for me if I'm gonna consider to be with somebody that the intellect, the IQ matches, like we see eye to eye on or we at least speak each other's language, whatever that might be. But no, with these other girls, it just felt like that all the time. It felt like ticking time bombs, and I had, these girls left, or some I had to let go because I wasn't into that. I wasn't like, hey, no, I'm not. Look, I like you in this, but if you're putting this like 3-month thing on me, you know what I mean? Like you're putting this 3-month, make your mind up. That's not how it works, ladies. Sorry, but of course you will find guys who are willing to do that with you guys. But what are they worth? I mean, you'll come to find out in your own time. But there's desperate guys out there who are willing to be with anybody, not just you. The guy will go with whoever comes knocking. It just happened to be you, but you never knew who this guy was. You didn't know his heart. You didn't know anything. Your criteria was I need this and I need that and I need it now. So
Right.
that was my experience, and but shout out the ladies in their mid-30s. It's I know it's a struggle and stuff. I have some friends. I could only imagine what that's like to be a woman, especially if you have kids in your 30s. It must feel like your back's against the wall because naturally they want kids. So if a
What
guy's
about the women that date guys that have kids, and there are guys out there that won't date women with kids? What do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
So you're saying girls that
There
date
are
guys with
there are
kids?
women, yeah, but then, and I know there's some women out there that will not date guys with kids.
Yeah.
The higher I
I've
feel like
never
there's
ran into that. I have kids. I have never ran into a girl who said I won't date you because of kids. It's
oh,
that
okay.
I don't even think that exists. But there is guys
What
that
about
won't
the
date.
mhm,
Yes, there's guys
mhm.
that won't date girls who have kids, and I don't think it's about dating, but to me it's like you can never take them too serious. You know what I mean? Because you don't know the situation. The baby daddy's involved. If I recall, had like people like had them around lingering, and you come to find out the hard way type of shit. And
Mhm.
so guys don't give a damn. People like they'll date anything. Guys date anything. So you having kids is not stopping it, but what it is stopping is them taking you serious. Because naturally, a guy is not gonna want to raise another guy's kid. It's just what it is. It's a natural reaction for a man to want his own things. Um, I hear about this a lot, but it's not no put down. It's just the fact that we the guys if they have a chance, they rather have their own. So they won't take you serious like that because, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Guys are, they don't care, but at the same time they do. They're not just, they do anything with you. They'll have sex with you, but they're not taking you serious. That's my thoughts. What do you think?
I don't necessarily agree with that because I have people in my family that have dated women with children and then have pretty much stepped up to be like stepdad to those children.
He's not the
Or even,
stepdad.
like,
He's the dad that stepped up.
I mean, nah, these kids call him, dad. So take that away. I can't take whatever.
He's not the stepdad. He's dad.
Means I would think so. I mean, but obviously he's not dad when they get mad, right? So
I mean, you know what it is? It's like there's always the exceptions. Like maybe the dad passed away. Maybe the dad is locked up, or there's the exceptions.
There's just deadbeats. The ones I'm talking about are some dads that just weren't there for them.
Yeah.
And even for even my brother, like my mom had to step up for my brothers because they're. I mean, although their moms were in their lives, like. For one of my brothers, not really. So my mom had to step up and kind of get mom to him. But that's like a different thing. And seeing that firsthand, you could tell I was treated differently than he was. And that kind of was like, damn, like to see that firsthand.
Yeah.
And they have a weird relationship now.
Well, see, the thing is like, right. And that's the reason for that is I think that women who do end up being like stepmoms, they think they have to be a mom or something. They think that they have gained a title, and people identify with these titles. So, I'm a mother. What does a mother do? She corrects the children, this and that, or stuff like that. And in reality, you don't have to do any of that. The son is being raised by the father. That's who he's gonna learn from. So you didn't have to interject yourself into those kids' lives. Now, the difference with a guy and a woman's kids is you do have to interject yourself to those kids, because if you're picking up...
wait. I'm
like,
sorry, bro,
you
go
do
ahead.
have to lead those kids. Women don't have to lead the kids. She could have left your mom could have left your brother alone. It would have been perfectly fine. But I think the resentment might come from she was playing like mom with him a little bit. And he felt like, you're not my mom. You know what I mean? Like, just naturally.
I think it was lack of that.
Is that why you feel that he doesn't have a good relationship with her today?
I think that contributes to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible.
I think that contributes to it.
I don't know the story, right? But just from what the data shows me and from what I've learned in my life is a lot of the times, say there's a girl with kids and she brings a guy around those kids, and the kids start to hate her for bringing that guy around. You see this all the time, and then the guy wants to play daddy, but they're not with it. So they go, they kind of don't like him, and then they start resenting the mother for bringing that guy around, and it might, years could pass by and they still hate that guy. And whenever he tries to correct those kids, the kids are gonna be like, man, F you ain't my dad. You know what I mean? So the guy is losing there. It's like those kids are yours, but not really, And but that is the misfortune of people having kids when they're not even supposed to be having kids, because now those kids are growing up with either 2-parent homes or a 50-50 split down the middle. So they have a loss of identity because they're with two different identities throughout their life. So they have a weird mixture of both things. And so that's just the consequence of having kids with somebody you don't know, guys and girls, that you're gonna end up with somebody else. It's gonna be a mess, but give it up to them.
And as someone who actually dated a few females with kids, one of them had 4 kids, and it was crazy because I never thought I'd be in a situation like that. Because, I liked her and stuff like that, but I understood that meant that I'd have to get used to this. So that's what I tried to do. So
I think you told me about this girl, and there's this funny ass story. Like
I would come over there
Yes.
and I make sure I have something for them,
Yeah.
like to eat or
4 Happy
some kind of
Meals.
treat. Nah, something else like
Okay.
pizza or something like,
Yes. La
and like
Gigante.
treats and stuff like that. I wish. No, like you don't sleep on the La Gigante, dog.
Your dad used to bring that
Shout
one,
out
huh?
shout out La Pizza Loca. Yeah, for real.
I remember that story you
Um,
told me. But now go ahead.
yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah. So I just remember also like first like the smallest girl, she was like nice. She was like she really liked me. And then the boy did not like me at all. And I used to call him Basil, so he really didn't like me.
You're
So get out of
bullying the
here,
kids.
Basil.
Yeah, you're also bullying these kids. Damn.
Get out of here, Basil. And it was messed up is everyone would like
I
the
can't do
sisters would
nothing.
laugh.
I can't do
The sister would laugh. Nah, he would just a mama's boy. But it's just like the Siegfried
Beta.
the Siegfried hysteria of like the boy loving the mom so much he
Yeah.
thinks it's
Mama's
a woman.
boy. Mama's boy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what he was going through.
Yes.
But for me, it was like he the youngest one was very like was comfortable with me, and then the middle one started being comfortable with me, and she liked seeing me there, and and then the oldest one was just like kind of rebellious, right? And then I remember one night
Yeah.
I left the room because I wasn't sleepy. My ex-girl was sleeping, and I go to the living room, and she's right there, and I just was like, she had cooked, so I was eating, and I went, and then she
Some baby
still happened
boy
to be
shit.
sitting.
You walked out butt naked.
Nah, come on, nah. Her oldest daughter was right there sitting on a couch, so I was just right there watching TV. And at the whole day, she was like very moody, and now we're talking to her mom.
Right.
And then I just look towards her. I'm like, "You okay?" She just looks at me, gets up, and gives me like, and I don't know, the song was so like dramatic that was playing on the TV, but she gives you this hard hug on like the breakdown of the song. It was just like, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Why the fuck did she give you such a big hug?
Like I think she wanted because all the other kids were very like affectionate and playful with me, and she never got to do that. So I think she was like, "Here's my chance, I guess." And like I gave her a hug back, but I think she just really wanted that because she was so down that day. It was like she was like like so down that day. But I told her that I was like, "Hey, she gave me a hug yesterday." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, I know, right?" Because she was like very rebellious. I would give her stuff, she'll put her hand out, take it, thank you, and walk off. Other ones are like, "Yay, Brandon, pick me up." Da, da, da. But like that one was just not feeling me, and then that night. That night she did I was like, this is cinematic. Like in my head.
Yeah. What a mess. No, I remember you told me a story with that when it all kind of came crashing down, and I don't know what happened, but I just remember you told me that you were leaving and you decided to like say goodbye to one of the kids.
Oh, that was terrible. That was the most wackest move I've ever done in my whole life.
But that shit killed me because like I clown you for it a little bit because I don't know what happened, right? But I could just imagine it going like you go in there, it's like, "I'm leaving, but you take care." You're like, "Oh, it's okay, Brandon. I understand. I know how my mother could be." You're like, "No, really, don't cry. It's okay." "Oh, no worries." Like it's that daughter that's kind of it's the daughter that's kind of smarter than the mom. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
like she's understanding. Like, "Oh no, it's okay. I understand. This was never meant to last." But we have fun, Brandon. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, her name is Caroline. Like the Neil Diamond song.
I promise I won't tell anyone. You haven't technically done anything for me. I have nothing.
Those eyes staring into my soul. Your
tried to be the man you wanted. All lies from the truth that feels haunted. I guess all things that are good must come to an end. The consequences of the trouble that I stumbled in. I wrote you then, sent voice notes and I called. No response left on red, didn't answer at all. Pills I swallowed it raw, cause the pain sunk deep. I wrote a song for you, so maybe I could sleep. So maybe I could sleep. Those eyes staring into my soul. Your lips, a kiss that feels so cold. I tried to be the man you wanted. All lies from the truth that feels haunted.
I was going out with this chick, and we went to Echo Park, and she brought her son, and the kid was maybe like 2 years old or something, and we're looking at the turtles and stuff. And at first, he didn't really want to talk to me. The kid, he kind of was shy of me, but he started kind of coming around, and then finally he kind of walks up to me, and he goes he says, "Oh, Dad, look, it's turtles. Dad, come over here, Dad, look." And I just kind of felt sad a little bit, because I felt like a guilt at that time. I felt a guilt that I wasn't there with my actual son, And
Michael wasn't there. Taken
Fuck
to
that.
the fair.
I was there. but at the same time, I was conflicted, because the little kid was calling me dad, and I felt compelled to respond to him as son. But first, I kind of looked at the girl, her mom, his mom. I looked at
Why
her.
do you like the Juanito?
I looked at I
You didn't
looked.
think your receipt was coming?
Yes. I looked at her, and I said, there is no other. I can't do anything else here. I'm trapped. This is checkmate. So I go, "Oh yeah, son, that's a turtle. There's a lot of them. Look, let's count them. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4." And then later on, we're hanging at the playground, and the kid is like messing around, and I'm keeping an eye on the kid, because he kind of seems clumsy. He's only 2 years old, and he's doing like some acrobatic shit, And
Right.
and sure enough, motherfucker, kid's about to fall. And bro, with the quick reflexes, bro. I got those quick reflexes. I just grabbed that. I grabbed them from like falling, like, and I just go like, "Oh damn, he almost fell." And I think that turned her on. You know what I mean? And I go like, "Hey, can I walk you guys home?" And she's all like, "Oh no, it's okay. He wants to go to the market and shop for some things." And I was like, "Oh."
I was gonna see his real dad now.
Yeah, he was. They were meeting at the Burger King, but he was gonna get him a king meal. But
Kid's king.
a kids king meal, whatever variation of kids meal they have there. No, but it's funny. She was like, "No, we're gonna walk." I was like, "Okay, cool." She lived like down the street from there, so I wasn't tripping. But so I get in my car, right, and I get home, happy, and of course I like this girl, bro. Like I liked this girl at that time, so I was just feeling good, you know. And then she texts me. She goes, "Are you feeling what I'm feeling?" And looking back, it's kind of stupid I wrote this, but I wrote back to her. I said to her, "It's like, what are you feeling?" And then she wrote back, "Oh no, never mind. Forget about it." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, but then I realized, like, look, you're calling the kid son. You're saving the kids from fucking hitting himself. You're a gentleman, and she loves it, and she was smiling with you. She's having a good time with you. When a girl asks you if you're feeling the same, there's only one thing she's feeling, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the time, I was just kind of stupid. Like, it wasn't seeing it. She was more advanced. She was more willing to take it there. Respect for them, because she was more willing to actually turn a blind eye to whoever the fuck I really am, you know, and give it a chance. So when it comes to love, guys, or just like a bond between a woman and a man, I think you have to suspend belief a little bit and kind of ride the wave. It's not fucking strategic. You know what I mean? You have to let it flow, and I think the strategic approach to it is why a lot of these marriages and relationships are failing, because it's like, I'm available Saturday the 13th in 3 months. Oh, okay. I reserved reservations. Blum blum. Are you how serious? Like, and once you get to the actual date, they're like, how serious are you about dating? I can't waste my time. I date to marry. How much do you make a year? Like, what the fuck is this? You know, like, this is a job interview.
I guess they would want. I think they would want someone that doesn't fold on hearing all of that. You know, if that means, like, if you hear all that and you don't flinch, maybe that's the person they're kind of looking for. But if you're hearing all that and you have something to say about the way they go about wanting the type of dude they want, then it kind of makes it hurt. It hits you a certain way. Like, it makes you feel like you're not good enough for them.
But is that true? Like, is that true love? Does true love carry itself like that? Where in the universe do we see an example of love being carried out like a job interview? Where if you don't meet my expectations, I don't love you. Is that love?
Right.
You know what I mean? So to me, I can't. Yes, they're gonna
It
find
sounds
that
like
type of guy.
sounds like a codependency.
Well, that's what it sounds like. Well,
You know what I mean? Like, you
say it
just
again.
wanted someone to, you codependency. You just want someone to, to depend on. Like, you want someone to match your drive, but at the same time, it's like, it's such a different, like, because I understand it. You know, if you want someone to be semi quasi on your level or about to be, you don't want to be so. You don't want that. Like, you don't want it. Okay, for instance, you don't set expectations of what your next love would look like or should be like, correct? But at the very most, you know what you like, you know what you want, and you know what you could deal with, right?
Yeah.
So if that person, so I'm not saying that you should, okay, for instance, a person approaches you and, get away, you smell like poor. I'm not saying you do that, right? Or you don't, but you would know if that person's attracted enough to at least let them talk to you. Not, and this is from a perspective of a female, I guess. For males, we're always the approachers. We're not the ones being approached. Obviously, I'm speaking for someone who doesn't. I've had it happen very rarely, but it's like, it doesn't happen as frequent as it is for females. So when it comes to them being approached, it's like they have to be attracted to you in the first place. So, and then there are those weird, odd times that they don't find you attractive, and then all of a sudden they talk to you and then they start to find you attractive, you know? But those women that have those expectation already will never find those type of guys, because they won't give them that chance. And that's okay, because they want that power-minded, the dude who what's the word I'm looking for? When you get like a big truck, a big this, a big that. Oh, overcompensating.
Yes.
They want the overcompensators, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for them, that just means that they have security. It's like back in the old times. That's like seeing a warrior with an axe. You know, they feel safe. You know, security blanket. If I get broke, they have me. So.
That sounds like a union to me. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, back in the day, how many women actually liked their husbands? You know what I'm saying? They're probably more with them just because they could provide. They could care less about them, though. You know, like, they were kind of just there because they were providing for them. But that sounds like a union to me. I don't know if that's love necessarily. People are looking for love out here, and if you're looking for love, that's like a magical thing. Like you're not gonna find too often, but you will find unions, quote unquote relationships and marriages, because that's what they feel like from what I see personally. Like I'm looking at these couples, I'm looking at these marriages. They're miserable, and they're a mess, and they hate each other. And I'm not saying all, but most, and it's because it's based on everything but what sustains people, and what sustains two people, it needs to be an unconditional love for each other, the same love you have for like your kids, like the same love you have for a parent or a brother or anything like that. You can't job interview that, because you're looking for a union, right? These girls that go out there, how much you make, how much you this. Let's compare numbers, see if we're compatible. Okay, yes, you might be compatible in a physical sense, but spiritually, that guy, he's not gonna have a say in anything, because you're not gonna want to be bossed. And also, as soon as he does something wrong, that union is over. So what really is it? What is that thing? It's not unconditional love. It doesn't even last. That's why, divorces are so high, because it doesn't last. These are unions they put together, and I believe like you're better off alone than in a union. That's my opinion.
Well, sometimes you just gotta go down the rabbit hole.
But you see, I'd rather go down the rabbit hole of like genuinely liking a girl, and not necessarily like, like genuinely liking her and taking it that route, as opposed to my first date is asking what do I want from her. You know what I mean? Because that's already showing me what you want. It's like, I get it. You're 36 years old and you've done it all, and you slipped up. I mean,
There's not a lot of time.
yeah. And guess what? That's why guys don't even like girls their own age. They like younger girls, is because they're easier to mold. They're easier to kind of get to on your side of things. These older girls already have their mindset, and they've already been played. They already have who knows how many baby daddies. Yeah, I'm just speaking like, and that's why you have that approach. You have that approach because they already played you so many times that you're paranoid. What do you want? What do you want? You think guys are telling you what they really want? They're gonna tell you what you want to hear so they could get that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it doesn't matter what they tell you. It's what they show you.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly that. It doesn't matter what they say, it's what they show you. Something exactly along those lines.
Yeah, it's true. Like, who cares what they're saying? I could lie to you to your face. Like, yeah, I want that. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at houses right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, paint this crazy ass fantasy that's not even real. But the girls.
Well, I think that I do a pretty good job of letting you know where my head and energy and my headspace is at when I introduce myself and when I talk to them. Like, if you could see, I'm not someone like I normally get that. Oh, like, you're not someone I talk to. You don't talk about like this. You don't talk about. I was like, yeah, I know, right? Because I was like, once you leave this cocoon or this circle, you're going to deal with that in your life. So why come to a place where you have to talk about it constantly, where yes, we could address it and talk about it, but it's like, is that the whole cog of our conversations is about politics, finances, vacations? How about some out of the box thinking? Hey, do you ever think about me when you're on the shitter? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? You ever masturbate to me in the shower when you're, like,
oh
just
my God,
these
Brandon,
off-brand
you're
questions.
so different. Brandon, you're so different. Of course, baby, I'm the Enigma, baby. Come on. What is
I've
this?
been the Enigma
What is
since
this?
08.
Brandon toots his own horn for 3 more minutes.
You got it.
No, but I get
What is this? Enigma rises from the deep abyss.
Uh-huh.
Some of lost souls and death slips.
Finish it off.
No, that's it.
Heavily equipped.
With the gift.
That'll make your tongue split. What was it?
I don't know. Make your head split. What did it say?
Yeah. But Yeah, I get it though. You know what I mean? Like, how old can you get where you're just like, can we just hang out? You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
there is a turning, another turning point for us stuck in the road. That song was about that. But yeah, so there are forks on the road where you need to decide, hey, listen, are you gonna take this girl serious or leave them alone? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to leave these girls alone. And back to the whole conversation, the beginning of this conversation, it's like people want dating advice, relationship advice. Well, my advice is don't look for any of that. Work on yourself, get yourself together, get your own home together, and then you bring a girl into your world. But as long as you try to force these things, you're always gonna end up with bad results because you're forcing things. This goes for girls. Girls shouldn't even be looking for guys. If you're meant to have one, you're gonna have one, but don't make it your life. Like, don't make it your identity where it's like all you think about. I need this, I need that. The more you want it like that, it's gonna flee away from you, because this is not like a car or a job that you're trying to manifest. This is a bonding between two people that you're not gonna summon. If a guy's meant to be in your life, he'll come into your life, and it'll be him. But you keep trying, you keep looking, you're only gonna find hell. That's how it turns out, bro. So I knock him out with that one.
Second round knockout.
They wanted it second round knockout, but yeah. So relationship advice, dating when you're in your 30s, I'm sure it's the same as dating in your 20s. There's no different. Dating, honestly, I think people that are under 25 shouldn't even be dating. You're not mentally equipped.
Let them date. What do you mean? They should be dating.
They're not
because
equipped.
They need to learn how to deal with rejection. They need to learn how to to deal with variety and seeing what they like and don't like. They are equipped mentally to go on a date. This is where you learn how to be dating in a social setting. This is how you learn how to eat in a social setting with someone if you weren't taught properly when you're growing up with your family.
But why are you gonna
This is
screw the poor
where
girl up by learning when you
you're
could
not
just?
screwing a poor girl up on a date that could potentially.
But
go
these
at
guys
the
be
end of
turning these
at
girls
the end
into
of the night,
sluts.
but not all the time. At the end of the day, sometimes a date don't go good, and that's it. It's just one date. Like, so it's okay to date, ladies and gentlemen, at 18 if you fucking like to. You know, younger age if your parents let you. But at the end of the day,
Damn,
it's
younger.
like if your parents let you, you feel me?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was dating at a younger age. I
let
know
me
about
get.
these kids.
I know we
I was
were, but
definitely at.
we are fucked up. But what I'm saying is this: like, if you had a son, right? He's 15. He brings a girl over to your house. You're gonna let that happen? He's gonna go lock himself in the room with his girl. You're gonna let that happen?
Well, hopefully, little Nathaniel would know that if I'm not to do his dirt when I'm not there, because if I'm there, that's not gonna happen.
But why
Obviously,
not?
you didn't do what?
But why not?
If you, wait. What is the intent? What's the intention here? He's bringing the girl to the room, closing the door, locking the door.
He brings first off, he says, "Hey, Dad, I'm dating a girl now."
That's fine.
And she's coming over. We're gonna hang out in my room.
Okay, did you tell your mom? Nah.
That is a Brandon response. you're fixing your glasses, pulling up your pants. Okay. Yep. Did you ask Mom?
Exactly.
Did you ask Mom?
Asking me like I'm the alpha. Go ask your mom.
Oh, I love it. You just gained a 3% female following with that one.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, be honest. Like, your son says he's 15 years old, brings a girl over. Hey, Dad, she's coming over. We're gonna hang out in the room. We're gonna watch a movie. What are you saying?
I mean, that's cool, just don't lock the door.
What the fuck are you gonna do? Hello? Just fucking peek in like Johnny Cage on the corner?
No, not at all. But I know that they won't try to do anything crazy if the door open. Like, they try to maybe do some make out. make out shit or something. But like obviously, I let them be kids, but I wouldn't want them to lock the door because then they'll get too experimental. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
To
I'd rather
experimental
them just
rock.
yeah, you feel me? I'd rather them just be like trying to get a kiss here and there with the doors open while I'm like in the room, probably like sleep or like just just watching
Yeah.
TV or something like that. Like that would be more like just building trust with him too, so that he could see that I'm
So you're not
okay with him
questioning why
being-
is this little girl in my house right now with my son? And where's her
Well, no, I would-
parents? And are they allowing this? And my son is a bad motherfucker, right? Why am I letting him do
wait,
this?
see, all these stipulations are just coming in now. Like, this is crazy.
Well, come on, bro.
Like,
A 15-year-old bringing in a girl over to his room ain't that a couple of red flags? Like, to me,
I used to study with girls. What are you talking about?
get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, that's what they call it, study.
Back in my day, I used to call it study.
No, what I'm saying is this, like, if my son brings a girl over like that and he's young and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing and he bringing a girl over,
You popped your cherry.
no, my first thought is like, yeah, right, you're bringing a girl over, motherfucker. Go get your own house, go pay your own damn bills, and then you can bring however women you want to bring to your house. But as long as I'm around, you're not gonna do something like that. Why? Because you're an
You are
idiot.
You are the angry bus driver.
Guess like I am fucking Bronx Tale, and I'll be like,
I paid for these seats.
yeah. I tell him, it's like, why am I saying all this? Because you're a dumbass. I'll be like, because you don't know what you're doing, and I'm saving your ass. That's my parenting that will come in as a dad, because I know damn well my son does not need to be locked in a room with some girl. So
I didn't say locked in a room, though. I said you gotta let them allow to be themselves, because
or not even hanging. Like, we might hit the knots. You feel me? Like, we might hit the knots, and I let that slide. But as soon as you two start hanging out like adults, and that's not gonna happen, dude. Not only am I saving you, but I'm saving you from a disastrous ending here. You could end up getting this girl pregnant. You're 15 years old. You ruin your life, or at least set it back exponentially. So I know this because I was a young dad, bro, and my parents let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, and look at the results of it. If I had a father who knew any better, he would have been like, son, what the hell are you doing? Focus on yourself. You're too attached to this girl. You're too beta. You need to grow some nuts. Like, you need that direction in your life, bro. And it starts with your son. Like, you have to hit him the hardest, because you're saving his life. You know damn well these guys are ruthless, bro. And if they have no guidance, they're gonna resort to bad habits, bad outlets, because nobody told them anything. They let them do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. So to me, it might sound like, Dad, you're so fucked up. Why don't you let me bring a girl? Come on, I'm 18. Put it, you know what I'm saying? Keep it in your pants. Like, you'll be fine. You'll find girls in your lifetime. Don't worry about it. Like, dude, you're 18. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't even begun to live. Like, you'll be fine, dude.
Oh, okay, no problem, Dad. Sneaks out the window, goes to her house.
Gets her pregnant over there.
Guy.
Hate
Guy
you, Dad.
My name's Cindy.
I hate you, father.
You're gonna finish?
Yeah.
Girl just like,
I don't want to take it there. We're not even 20 episodes in, and we're crossing borders here, ladies and gentlemen. But this is not fucking the fucking Mark Norman fucking podcast here. Can't be crossing those lines. It's so funny. Like, I was watching you ever watch that podcast? It's called We Might Be Drunk with Mark Norman and some other comedian.
No, I only watch the This Is 30 podcast. Hey.
That's right. But I was watching a 4th of July episode they had, and he goes like, "Oh, happy 4th of July." He's like, and he's a risky comedian, so he goes like, "Oh, happy 4th of July." He's like, screw the Indians. And I was like, damn, not even 3 seconds in, like he's already fucking giving.
Jeez.
Yeah, like he's already hitting those lines, and he's known for doing that shit. I was actually wanted to go see him, bro. He's actually touring right here in LA. I wanted to go catch a
He's
show.
he's on Sunset.
Nah,
Is he
he's,
in the Laugh Factory?
no. I think he has 2 places. He's gonna be in fucking Orange County and somewhere in Thousand Oaks. And
Seemed like a Thousand Oaks type of guy.
yeah. Yeah, the Thousand Oaks threw me up. I was like, I didn't even know there was venues there. Like the only person I ever heard of from fucking Thousand Oaks was Mark.
We're looking at the detail of today's power. So today, the lightning will not come, but there are more lightnings to
It's
come.
fucking hot as fuck.
Yeah, so that's the only guy I know, the guy that does the weather report. He's based out of Thousand Oaks. But
Yeah,
yeah,
reporting Thousand Oak weather.
it must be hot up there. It was funny that comment you tagged me in earlier, the Schenectady. Like that's just gonna haunt you forever, huh? Like whenever you see
Yeah.
Schenectady.
It's just funny because China Mac just puts Schenectady.
Yeah,
Where's this guy from?
Like
Because the way he was dancing, that's what I meant.
Schenectady gets a bad rap, but shout out
For
them.
real.
Also, it's funny. 0.5% of the viewership for This Is 30 podcast is out of Romania. And I started thinking, I was like, damn, that back and forth with that guy from Romania in the earlier episodes gave us a 0.5 fan base out there. So that's kind of funny. Shout out them.
0.2 of them are making fun of me being black though.
Shout out them. They're making fun of me too. They say,
You know, as far as my acknowledgement, everything seems professional. You guys have a nice day.
they don't tell me that, but they actually tell me, you know. Apparently, they gave me the N-word pass out there, but I'm not taking it. Just for you guys who were concerned on the last episode. But there is a battle going on in the comments. You guys want to go look at that, interact with that. You know,
Is there any comments you want to touch on? Any new comments that you maybe want to give any shout outs to? Any?
yeah. Well, the ones we did on last episode, we brought up the episodes under the, you know, Ryan Garcia is a racist, and can Mexicans say the N-word? And of course, we had a guy saying this page is trash. Shout out him. And we had another guy saying, no, they can't call us ninjas. No other race could call us that. So shout out him. But right under that, we had the Devil Avocado saying, yes, we can. Shout out him. And also, right under that, he's like, how about freedom of speech? We could say anything. This is America. Ho, or something like that, right? But shout out him too. You know, there's like Brandon likes to say, it's an open forum. We take no sides. You guys let it out, you know. I am gonna have to start doing a Hater Wednesday though. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where we start to just address the haters and let them address us and get it all out, leave it out on the floor, you know. It'll be our verbal spar, but look out for that coming soon. We are gonna do that. Getting these things ready. I'm also have some plans of editing these conversations me and Brandon have here, and have a thing on Friday that I'm gonna start doing starting this Friday. That's gonna be a compilation of the best stories throughout the week, so you guys could access that even easier. And I am gonna be working on that. I'm looking to move the podcast to Apple and get it on Spotify, so I'm working back here. Y'all that's still rocking with us, we appreciate it. Any closing thoughts, Brandon?
Yeah, my closing thoughts are, if you're interested in dating in your 30s, just be prepared to deal with other people's flaws, other people being themselves, and not try to change them, but more or less give them tools to be a better person. Everyone deals differently. Everyone reacts differently to certain news, certain things. So, you know, try to keep that in mind when you're you're having an argument with your spouse or you're with someone for a long time, and if you feel belittled or if you feel unhappy in your situation, then start reconsidering, and the next step into either A, trying to fix it, or B, ultimately leaving, to secure your happiness and mental state. So, good luck to all the 30-year-olds out there trying to date in their 30s. Good luck to all the 20-year-olds having fun dating. And, welcome to the dating life to the young daters out there, So, and for all those who have held down the long-term relationships, like, congratulations. And you deserve all the love that you've been receiving for the last 20 plus or 30 years that you've dedicated your effort to. So I'll close it out with that, and I'll also close it out, if you want to see any recent short horror films, you want to go to Brandon LGN or just Enigma_Nova on YouTube and join the movement. Go ahead and hit that website, Brandon. I'm so bad at this domain name.
Badass Logan Horror Films.
.com. It's badassloganhorrorfilms.com. Don't worry, I will get the hang of saying my domain name. This is my first domain name, so. Dome ring dango.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
See, I don't even know how to say the French. What is it, a French song or?
Do re mi fa sol la ti do. No, that's
like a French song.
No, that was those are the keys on the piano, and they will make you do it in choir class. You ever had choir class? Elementary?
No, I had recorder class. I was out there like Zelda.
You're out there like SpongeBob. Yeah, I had choir class, so they would make us do the do re mi fa sol. It's like a scale. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. I just decided to do that to get out of fifth period. So or at least the last hour of fifth grade, I remember. That's the only reason I even took out chorus. But yeah, guys, follow us Instagram, Gray_Bridgewater, Enigma_Nova. Keep up with Brandon. He does amazing work over there at badassloganhorrorfilms.com. Buy us a coffee. We're gonna start doing one for This Is Dirty, so keep a lookout for that. Any contributions, we highly appreciate them. Once again, appreciate you guys rocking with us. This has been a relationship advice, and we're gonna catch you on the next one. Now get out of here.